Wizards of the Coast is about to declare victory, and most players won't even know it happened. No matter how much you try to warn someone about the danger, there's always somebody willing to take the risk. Welcome back, everyone. MTG Moxman here. Thanks again for hanging out with me on my channel today. Welcome back to my regular viewers and, of course, all the new subscribers who are joining in lately. Thanks again for joining this magic conversation with me daily. Thanks again for giving the videos thumbs up and, of course, hitting that subscribe button and helping me get closer to 20,000 subscribers and the epic 20K party as soon as we get there. We have a lot of stuff to go over. I even wrote notes. That tells you how serious I am today, everyone. So we're here to talk about Lord of the Rings. And there's a lot to actually cover in today's video. And it's like piecing bits of a puzzle together day by day. We know this week we're going to start seeing the real spoilers. Things are going to come out. But that bit of a feeding frenzy, the hype train, it's already on the move. But it's worse than I expected. It really is. We've been talking about this as a premium price set, as how much it's going to cost, and kind of what the set will be, because we have history. We know that here. But we are not everyone. The Timmies of the world will decide for themselves, and apparently, they decided ahead of time. Really far ahead. How about this? We know from all the stores I deal with, which is now 46 stores, welcome aboard to all the new people. You guys can check out some of the links below of the stores who'd like to, visit them and hang out with them. You can see some links inside my descriptions. But the sales are up 250 to 400% overall for Lord of the Rings sealed product. 250% to 400% depending on the product. That's crazy. But that's happening. Now, when we start to break down the numbers and look at the actual sales figures, imagine a store that normally sells, a local store selling 6 boxes in some small town. If they've got sales 250 to 400% higher, that means these stores are selling like 20 boxes to 30 boxes, pre-sold. Now imagine that in a major city. Maybe they have 200 pre-orders. Now they got 400 to 600. This stuff is really high. And I know I've warned people against it. But of course, we all know this is a very small segment of the Magic population watching YouTube. And I don't know what the spoilers are going to be. I don't know how great the cards are be. But I'm hedging my bets. It's going to be similar to some of the previous products we've seen. There'll be a few great cards in there, a few commander cards going forward, because we all know that's where Wizards is going. But when you know the gift bundles are sold out locally at some small towns, they may have ordered 16 of them. They're getting only like 5 or 6 of them, less than a case, and it's already sold out because the gift bundles are selling well. And then you got the little starter kits selling well. Even some of the jump starts are selling well. I have some friends who are going to buy just the jump start. It's kind of funny, but this is where you're going. And when you look at these products, compared to a regular box, even like the Wilds of Eldraine, which saw a small increase. But when those boxes are going for like 159 to 160, and these boxes are 220, this is Canadian price I'm giving you, that means you're looking at like 30 to 33% higher, and a collector box is around 70% higher than normal. That is some serious money being spent on products pre-spoiler season. Just a couple of cards that have been kind of like hinted at us, right? We've had a little like tickle under the beard saying, hey, just see these new cards, they look awesome. Without knowing any of the other cards in the set. If anything has taught us from Baldur's Gate and newer sets coming up, you wait for spoiler season. They didn't underprint it. It hasn't gone anywhere. And what really gets me is these sales, these pre-sold numbers that will go through distribution because stores have upped numbers. I know a lot of the stores ask for higher, they ask for higher allocations of numbers to meet their demand. That means the distributors will try to get their hands on more, and this will all filter back. And somebody in the ivory tower is going, oh, winner, winner, chicken dinner. We got more sales. Oh, we got more here. And this is just the ones that I can get in contact with. Think of all the thousands of LGSs out there around the world. This is some crazy stuff, because we don't even know how good the set's going to be. But people are spending their money on it. Like, not a little bit, they're spending a lot. A lot of money. This is like a lot higher than a regular price box. And I can't imagine what they're thinking other than they want to play and they're going to have a good time and they think they can speculate on it. But no matter how these people dice up and decide to spend their money, Wizards of the Coast is getting a double green light, a triple green light to say we can do this again. This is going to go well. Even if it tanks after release, it won't matter. They've already sold higher on other, like their numbers are higher than in previous sets in total in the last little while. Like this is going to be successful. It's going to be beyond successful. This, you know what, guys? I look at this stuff all the time now. From the financial side of how things look, and not the playability all the time. I'm not always looking at every functionality for every card, although some do attract me and catch me. That's why I got the Balrog in the background. But I know how this is going to look to corporate Hasbro, corporate Wizards of the Coast. When they see these sales numbers come in, they're going to be looking for IPs to tap into. We joked the other day about some of the IPs they may get into. Just think about things out there that you think are interesting. They're already thinking about it and trying to get in contact with those licensees. You're thinking Robotech, they're probably already on it. You're trying to think about maybe they're going to go with Akira, they're probably thinking about it. Vampire Hunter D, yep, they're probably thinking about it. More future possible like D&D sets, like a Ravenloft thing possibly, they're probably already thinking about it. Dragonlance, probably thinking about it. I mean, they just have so many opportunities after seeing how well this goes. No, I understand most of those IPs aren't as big as Tolkien's, Lord of the Rings. I get that. I totally understand that. But it doesn't mean that there's not other opportunities for them that they're going to try after seeing how well this does. And it's all because the pre-sale numbers are through the roof. I looked at the spreadsheets, I've looked at the numbers, and it just adds up to a massive tsunami of success. Whether we like it here or not, whether the cards are going to be epically playable and amazing for everyone, and it's going to be an experience that everyone wants to get into 6 months from now, 10 years from now, it still hits big. And in case most people here didn't notice, here's another interesting little tidbit for you. Did you realize less than 6 months ago, Wizards of the Coast stock was being quoted by Bank of America and stuff being in the low 40s? It's in the 60s, last I looked. Take a look for yourself. The company is recovering. They're winning. They're winning. They're coming back. They're doing fine, and they're selling a lot of product. It doesn't matter what the echo chamber of YouTube says. It's selling a lot. And as disappointed and angry and fist-waving we can do out there and warning people against these products, knowing they're going to be on sale a year from now, it just means we're going to be the ones ahead of the curve. Because we've seen it happen before and we know it's going to happen again. That's all. That's one thing I can make myself happy thinking about is knowing that we've been through this before. It's like a cycle, and I'm cool waiting for this product later on. I'll probably still open some. I'm probably going to have some fun with some friends, cracking a box or two. But at the same time, I would like to own some of this product for the future. I can't help myself, but I'll wait for the sales. I'll wait for the deal. It always goes on sale. Okay? Any big LGS is always going to have it on sale. It just takes time when they got to clear things out to move on and they need liquid cash. Now, in case you guys didn't notice, by the way, a few other LGSs like Face to Face were having like a flash sale this weekend trying to liquidate some higher end cards, and they had some good deals. I'll be honest. They didn't have Bazaar Baghdad. I went looking. A friend, Ventrix told me that I went looking. It wasn't there. Now, let's get off of the flash sales and off of the cash flow, because Wizards is going to have the cash flow. Their stock is recovering nicely. Things are going well. Yeah, something like Dungeons and Dragons, the movie didn't do as well as they'd hoped, but it's made and it still did better than I thought it was going to do. Is that saying much? I don't know. We'll see. Transformers, I don't have high hopes after seeing a couple of previews, but some of the battle scenes look so good. So as much as people are angry at Wizards, as much as you may be ticked off at what you're seeing out there, these sales are massive. They're massive. The emails came in, most stores answered back, and I just went through the list going, look at these pre-sold orders. Look at the money flowing in. These stores are like, wow, crazy. They've ordered it. A lot of them aren't, no refunds, no exchanges. I know. No refunds, no exchanges. You bought it, it's done. We don't care what happens. It's done. So we'll see how this all pans out. And we'll see what this week brings to the players when they start actually giving us the spoilers. When we start seeing more of these cards hit out. We got, like 10 days of this stuff coming up, I think? 9 or 10 days. And before you know, a couple weeks from now, it's coming out. We're less than a month now. Like, this is getting closer and closer. I can't wait to open some of the product on the channel. We'll have some great box opening videos from 401 probably, and it'll be pretty exciting because, you know, everyone's going hunting for some of those serialized rings, so it's going to be kind of an insane show. Anyway, guys, let me know what you guys are thinking. I know a lot of you are going to be angry and disappointed at the numbers I'm giving you, but it's going to be a smash. It's just the way it's going to be. We'll see if people cave in and just buy. Because everything moves on. People's attention spans and how they feel about stuff passes on to the next page, the next chapter. And players want to move on to a new exciting thing, and they want to see what Wizards of the Coast is going to give them for the future. So thanks a lot for being here. Thanks a lot for hanging out with me today. Hope you had a great time with the content. And of course, looking forward to seeing those comments in the comment section. We'll see you all tomorrow for another exciting video. Hey guys, a big shout out and thank you to the fantastic patrons of the channel. Without their continued support, let's face it guys, content like this doesn't happen on its own. It happens with the support of people who enjoy the content. So thanks again to each and every one of you. All right, welcome back to the nacho cheese section of the store. We're here to talk about the Balrog. Because if they give me a good Balrog, I'm going to have to turn the page myself. If they don't ruin it, if they don't ruin that card, and they give me a decent Balrog, we are going to have a happy day. I'm going to have extra nachos and cheese with extra toppings. I'm going to play against whoever I can find. Like, hey, let's just play a game. I don't care. It's going to be crazy. I gotta hope, beyond hope, they give us a good, decent version of that card. And a good Witch King would be good, too. King of the Dead, too. Ah, so many cards. So many good things, man. I hope so. That's all I can say is I hope for some sheer awesomeness like that Balrog. Anyway, thanks a lot, guys. Have an awesome day. Put Balrog in the comments section. Just give it that little bit of respect. That little bit, because I'm really hoping.